Now, Football Kenya Federation President-Nick Mwendwa is expected to give the federation's reaction on the recent ruling by the Sports Disputes Tribunal that led to the reinstatement of Sofapaka FC and Muhoroni Youth FC back to the Premier League. Mwendwa will also give his views on the just concluded CAF elections and the 2018 tournament. We're now joined by our reporter Abula Ahmed, who is at the Utalii Hotel to give us more updates on this. Abula, good morning. And many thanks for joining us. So, after relegation, Sofapaka has been reinstated. What does FKF have to say about this ruling?
You know, as Kenya, we obviously have a tournament now. I want to tell you that we are also thinking about bidding for the World Cup Under 17 2020. That might be news for you. But after Chan, we are planning to bid for the World Cup Under 17 championships, whose bidding will be in June of 2018, I believe. It will be at the AGM of 28, at the FIFA AGM of 2018. But for us is that if the change is implemented across the continent, then we benefit. That's. And so if the number of teams are increased, for example, means more referees. And so if we have more participation of our people in administration of CAF, in committees, and as well as there's going to be new positions that Kenyans like you can bid for and can apply, and we want to make sure there's fairness. So if you're competitive and you're better than your colleagues, then you go and get the jobs, as opposed to having one country contributing to all the stuff. And there's a number of things, but for me, it is the fundamental of change that fairness then comes. Things like when you play and refereeing has been a problem. Things like this, we want to consolidate that. We want to be part of not just being selfish as Kenyans, but taking part in the entire pie of change, which is the big thing. Now, coming to club licensing, you know, I'm surprised. Some people actually at KPL lie. They lie directly, and it's annoying. Why am I saying this? Last year, many of you were at Strathmore when we educated, and I opened and closed that forum. Tony Balfour was here. And the guy from South Africa, I don't remember his name. They were here. All Premier League clubs were represented. We educated them. 7 times we met Premier League clubs. 7 times. These 2 clubs that failed only attended once. The clubs that took this seriously actually passed. The club that took this seriously actually met the criteria. They don't have a problem. Then we have this argument about involving KPL. Club licensing has got nothing to do with the company that runs our league. Club licensing is an affair between the club and the federation. It has nothing to do with KPL. We cannot go to discuss club licensing with KPL as a company, but with the members. And each of those members met last year with us 6-7 times. This year, there will be other forums. They'll be invited at our AGM, which you attended at KSMS. These guys were there. When we passed this, 68 votes, they were seated there. They voted for it. That's what I'm saying. They lie. And some of the guys are not honest. We want to get rid of this. I cannot come here in front of you and actually lie to you. There are consequences if I do so, and you know the consequences. You cannot do that. But they lie that we did not involve them in this, that we didn't do that. We don't. And some of them have gone to court. And I want to tell you that if you go to court, you know what it means. Some of them are going to court. So there's things that are going to come after this. Some people have gone to court. And you know when you go to court what it means. And so, look, we're not going to entertain this. This Russian roulette is over at CAF. It will be over in Kenya. We cannot continue having this kind of business where we are arguing over small things. We want, and you know, this weekend, we don't have football on TV. there are reasons why we don't. We cannot continue with this kind of nonsense. It's unacceptable. We should work together. Everybody must work towards the same objective. If we make a mistake, we want to be corrected. But we cannot have people who misrepresent what we are saying. And we're going to disagree and agree with them. And I hope they will work with us in doing the same. And we will encourage them to do the things they need to do. But I want to tell you that there are consequences of some of the actions they take. All right? Set. Bankroll. Not bankroll. I've seen some of you doubt us, and I don't know why you doubt us. A ruling was made, and we agreed that we are going to give 24 million to the league. We will do so. You know, we've had such a rotten federation in this country that no one believes that FKF can produce 24 million. I want to tell you today, that will produce the money. We've been in discussions with many people. We are pulling together the resources. Might have a delay, 1, 2, 3 days, but I can tell you that we're going to pay 24 million. There is no shortcut about it. We agreed we're going to do it. There is a ruling to that effect. If we don't, we'll be in contempt of court. We're going to do it. All right, so I know some of you now don't believe this kind of things, and I want to encourage you to know that we are organizing matches outside this country. We are investing actually 200 million shillings in the game today. Maybe we'll do more than that. All the money that comes from the federation is going to the game, and so we will give them 24 million. Yes.
Is this 24 million arrangement for posterity, or is it just a temporary?
First of all, I want to tell you that the contract between FKF and KPL will end. So it's not for posterity. It will end in 2020. It's a good question. Some people need to pay attention to that. We know who the rights belong to after that. But we could do this better. We could finish with this in 2018. And we could agree what will happen in 2018. But you see, it depends on, I told you some people are not honest. So it depends on how some people behave. So we'll make a decision maybe in 2019 most likely. We can make a decision in 2018. But what I want to tell you is that we will give 24 million this year. Next year we will look at KPL's numbers and we will see what kind of reprieve they need. And we shall continue, we shall go and give, if it's required, we will give, because we said it's 18 teams. My own view is that by the time it's 2018, we would have sponsors that produce that money. And I know a couple of them that are telling me, Nick, and you know, we have challenges in bringing sponsors in the KPL, as you know, because of the kind of discussions we've had. And so I think that we'll give them money this year. I believe that by next year, any gap will be bridged by sponsors that will come on board. I hope that football gets back on TV, because we need football on TV. And actually, our view is that every Premier League game now must be on TV. There is no reason when NSL is doing 4 matches, there's no reason why 9 matches of the Premier League should not be on TV. Maybe not live, but at least I can get highlights of the Premier League. I can get all 9 matches after our weekend. It's a joke. We must have that. Maybe we'll train a couple of people. Maybe we charge the clubs giving us the footage so that at the end of the game they can upload it and they can use it. I've seen in some of the leagues around the world that the club takes footage, uploads it, and even if you didn't cover the game as SuperSport, then you have the footage and you can give us a full package of what it is. And I can tell you it's going to be done, because if they don't do it, NSL will do it. Let's face these things head on. Let's go and correct our game. And I'm hoping you guys will work with us in doing that. Can I take a final one? Final one, yeah. I have, that's why I was on a long phone call down there. Some things you don't want to talk about them now, they can agitate you. But I think some people don't take their job seriously. Let me say that. And it's annoying, because we delayed football for a month and there was acrimony from everybody. And then we come to the second weekend and we don't have football on TV. To say the least, it's annoying for me. It's very annoying. But I want to assure you that, you know, we don't lie down when things go wrong. We take up the lessons and learn them. I think someone is not doing their job correctly. Because in our view, we should not miss football. Because that's how we make our money. How do you motivate the broadcaster, or how do you motivate the players to continue taking part? So I'm informed that we don't have football on TV this weekend. I think I will encourage you to go and watch NSL. Tune up and watch NSL. It might be a chance for you to realize what we have been saying all along, that there's a product down there. Go like that.
All right, Football Kenya Federation President-Nick Mwendwa, they are giving the federation's reaction on the reinstatement of Sofapaka FC and Muhoroni FC back to the National League. This after the two teams suffered relegation to the National Super League after FKF there decided that they had not complied with the newly introduced CAF club licensing rules. But